What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be going over how to remove the stock plain-looking emblems off of your Mustang, and we're going to replace them with something that's just a little bit cooler. So I'm sure there's got to be at least one or two of you guys out there that saw those badges and were like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. I'd like to do that to my car. Well, guess what? Coming up, you're going to find out exactly how to do just that. So in addition to the badges, I also got custom license plates for it, of course. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get it with the eye. Somebody had already taken that, so I got the one, but still looks pretty decent. So we're going to go ahead and get these badges put on. First step is going to be to take off the old ones, of course. To do that, we're going to use the trusty old Milwaukee heat gun and either some fishing line, maybe some dental floss, or I've got an old credit card to use as a scraper. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get to it. You want to make sure you're not getting your heat gun too close to your paint because it will damage it. So keep it a good 6 to 8 inches, somewhere in there away, and just keep working it back and forth. And then keep working your credit card, your fishing line, whatever you're using, keep working it back in there. And eventually this thing will just pop right off. Right now I'm kind of caught up against one of the alignment tabs. But you can see it's coming right off there. Start working this front side now. Takes patience. Getting in a hurry with it is going to be your worst enemy. And there you can see it's just about broke free. There we go. Keep the heat on it a little bit. Try to get some of this adhesive knocked off. Make it a lot easier for when we go to remove just the remaining residue. You don't have all this crap on top of it. So now that I got all that thick adhesive removed, all that's left is that thin residual layer sitting on the paint. And you can use some goof off for that or some other type of adhesive remover. I don't have any of that on hand, and it's about a 30-minute round trip for me to go to the store and back. So I'm just going to use what I typically use for adhesive removal, and that is Planet Blaster, WD-40, I mean, that type of stuff. It works. It's been perfectly safe for paint from everything I found, and while it is supposed to be like a lubricant or rust inhibitor, stuff actually works pretty well at removing adhesive, which might be surprising to you, but it's what I've used. That's what I used on the jet ski to remove the adhesive from the traction mats, the junk ones when I removed them. So that's what I'm going to use. Now what you're going to want to do, take your Planet Blaster or whatever you're using, get a clean microfiber cloth, make sure it's clean, and then spray some directly on there. And then you're just going to start working that in there. As it works into the adhesive, it'll start loosening it up and get it where you can remove it. This will take a while, so you got to be patient. But just keep working it into there. Then switch to another clean part of, dry part of your cloth. And kind of wipe away the excess as you go. You can also take your credit card, your plastic scraper, whatever you have, and use that to kind of work away some of the loose stuff as well. As that Planet Blaster starts loosening up that, just scrape it away and go back to your rag, spray some more on there, start working it in again. Takes about probably 10 minutes or so, I'd say. That's what it took me on the other side. So not too bad. It is doable, and you want to get off as much as you possibly can to make sure that these new badges stick. So then you just want to keep polishing that fender basically with the Planet Blaster until you can just see a very faint outline of where the old badge used to be. I'd recommend leaving it where there's a faint outline. Not where there's standing adhesive, but just a very faint outline you can see still on the paint. These new badges do not have the guide pins on them, so you're gonna have a horrible time lining them up and getting them kind of where they need to be otherwise. But so once you've got all that done, then you're gonna wanna take some type of cleaner and clean off the fender really good, because obviously the Planet Blaster is a little oily and it's not gonna really stick very well on there. Once you get everything all cleaned off, you're going to want to measure as best as you can to try to get it centered with how the other side is going to be. And then you're just going to press and hold that thing on there for about 20 seconds or so, and that's going to be it. So once you've got that badge all pressed on and lined up, you're done. Basically, the other side is just a repeat of the same processes, so I'm not going to bore you guys with that. So the company I got these from is run by a guy, small business, basically off of Facebook and Instagram, and he does have an email address as well. But his company is called The Badge King, and I'll have all of his information linked in the description. And guys, I'm not sponsored by him in any way whatsoever. He just has some really, really cool looking badges. I had never seen anything like this before, and I believe he makes them for lots of different vehicles too. So you guys are missing out if you don't at least go check him out and give him a look, because this guy is an incredibly talented artist. That's going to wrap this one up, guys. So the guy does also sell other badges. I plan to eventually, I'm going to try to get more like a GT350 style grill, because I don't like the chrome there. I'm going to get rid of that. And he has the GT350, like the standing or vertical rectangle, I guess you'd say, badge that'll go right over in here. It looks super cool, kind of matches the same Coyote that already was, it's on the side there. And then he also sells one for the trunk lid. And then I can get rid of this chrome here too, because I'm just not a fan of that. So we'll get that all done up, and yeah, this thing will look a lot better. I'm pretty excited. A lot of more plans coming with this thing, so stick around. Anybody that's got a Mustang, or if you're just into cars in general, I think you're going to like some of the stuff we got planned for this thing. Catch you later, guys.